What's up everybody, and welcome back to eSkate Nomad. Today we're looking at the all new Meepo Edge Electric Skateboard, and this could be the modern day boosted mini electric skateboard. So let's get straight into the video. So let's start off with a little bit of backstory. So in April 17th, 2018, Boosted Board released their first mini electric skateboard, which was the Boosted Board Mini. Now the Mini had a power rating of twin 500 watt belt motors and was known as one of the most awesome shortboards of its time, but unfortunately we lost Boosted Board back in the day. Now we've had a massive gap in the market for a really long time, and I feel like this is the inspiration for the all new Meepo Mini Edge. So let's look how Meepo have improved this formula to make it even better. Now one of the big improvements of this new Meepo Edge is its top speed. It's boasting a speed of 26 miles an hour or 42 kilometers per hour. But from my testing, I was getting more around the 22 miles per hour top speed. But as a 100 kg rider, I do expect some kind of impact in the speed of this board. Now, the reason why this board is able to reach those higher speeds is because it's being powered by a twin 4230 dual belt drive motors, which have a peak output of 800 watts each. Now, I feel like this is a nice healthy balance between size, power and to weight ratio, because it's not good having gigantic motors on a shortboard just to unnecessarily increase the weight of the board. So I feel like this is an appropriate size of motor for this board. Now, one thing I have to make mention of is a huge annoyance for me when I was unboxing this board. I went out for its first ride and I could only go into the top 2 modes for this board. I wouldn't unlock the S Plus mode until I'd reached 10 kilometers in range. Now I know this is very important for those new riders getting into eSkate for the first time, but for me as an experienced rider, being locked out of the board's full potential straight away is a big annoyance. Now I know some companies have done this in the past. For example, with X-Way, they've done similar things. However, you can use the app to override this and get straight out to riding. I had to stick this thing on my workbench and just literally free roll it for about half an hour to unlock its full potential, because I couldn't stand being in those lower 2 modes at the beginning. So Meepo have the app integrated so I can unlock this board's full potential straight away, please. Now, moan over, let's get back to specs. Now the battery that is paired with this board is a solid 12S 2P battery using the 21700 cells. Now I looked on the website and I couldn't see what specs these are, so it's a bit in the dark to identify what 21700 cell they are. If you guys know, please put them in the comments section below, but I couldn't find those specs. Now that battery has a capacity of 345.6 watt hours or 8 amp hours, which is a very solid number for a shortboard, which I believe is now the industry standard. Now the battery is the biggest contributing factor for the overall weight of the board. Now this board weighs 9 kilograms or 19.8 pounds, which is a really respectable weight for a shortboard. I seem to find I pick up this board very often for those short commutes, pop into a shop, or just a quick run around with this board, which is what a mini board should be. Now the advertised range for this board is around 20 miles or 32 kilometers. Now from my testing, being a 100 kg rider, which I seem to announce on every single video, and being the peak of freezing cold UK weather conditions, I'm getting more around the 15 to 16 miles in range. Just to make note, I do ride this board in S Plus mode, in the highest mode, and I am nothing but pushing this board the whole time. So I think that is a very respectable range for a shortboard, and I can't believe that shortboards are producing these ranges. Back in the day we had shortboards that would only do 8 to 9 miles in range. This thing doing 16 miles and a single charge and climbing hills with ease, very, very impressive for me. So next thing we're going to be checking out is the deck. Now the deck is 30 by 11 by 6.4 inches and is clearly inspired by the previous Meepo Mini. Now this is one thing that is confusing to me. Now I truly believe Meepo boards speak for themselves and they don't need to kind of have this like inspired, almost copycat design of other brands with some of their boards. I feel like they shine on their own merits alone, and I feel like they kind of need to pull away from this kind of similar board and really have the confidence to kind of put their own graphics and flair on their own designs without emulating other board designs out there. But that being said, it is a nice wide footprint, not too large, and it does hug your feet and keep you stable at those higher speeds. Now the trucks that are supplied with this board are 7 inches wide and are in the traditional RKP style, which means they are nice and agile at low speeds and keep you stable at those higher speeds when you are fully sending this board. Now for me, in the last few years I've kind of moved away from kind of double kingpin styles, and I'm happy to see that the RKP truck is influenced on this board again. They're using the traditional shredder trucks which they've used for a long while for Meepo. However, it would be nice to see if there's a pro model of this board that introduced CNC trucks. Now these trucks are paired with these kind of Kegel 80mm by 56mm wheels. Now these aren't the official Kawama wheels, but once again they are very, very similar. I think it's really nice to see boards nowadays have a touch of colour with their boards. Now these wheels are nice and spongy and nice and comfortable and have a diameter of 80A, which is just a nice healthy balance between sponginess and hard compound to keep the grip on the roughest of UK roads. Now the brain for the board, the electric speed controller, is a all new ESC brand collab with Hobbywing, which is the JK-FOC24B, whatever that means. Now this ESC is sporting a smooth, jerk-free acceleration and customable speed and braking sense, which is the same ESC that is being used with Acedeck. Now if you're not sure who Acedeck are, I have featured one of their boards previously on the channel, and I'll put a link to that video in the description below. Now the ESC, I have noticed in the last few years, is one of the key components which makes or breaks an electric skateboard. If it is jerky, uncomfortable, unresponsive, not smooth, it makes a complete difference to the ride. And I can say that the ESC that is paired with this board is super reliable, smooth, and is a very, very comfortable ride. Now finally, the board comes with a series of tools, skate tools and the charger. Now this board charges from 0 to 100 in around 4 hours with the included 2 amp charger, which is 1 hour over our Goldilocks window, which isn't too bad. And I will give a little bit of a pass on this one just because of the type of board this is. Being a lightweight board, you want a lightweight charger. Now the last thing we're going to be talking about is the remote. Now the remote is nice and large and almost has like a pistol grip design, and it's something new I've not seen Meepo do before. But what's nice about this remote is that you can customize the speed rating of the remote, which is really, really nice. And it's nice to have not an all black housing and something a little bit different that we've not seen Meepo do before with this new remote. Now finally, we're going to go to the scoring of this board. Now this will range from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest to 10 being a perfect score over a duration of different elements. Now the trucks are coming out as a 7 out of 10, wheels 8, motors 8, ESC a solid 9, remote 7, deck at a 6, battery at an 8, and accessories at a 7, which gives a combined score of 60 out of 80, which I think is a very, very solid score. Now overall, I have thoroughly enjoyed the Meepo Edge, and I would love to see Meepo cooking up a pro version just to refine it just a little bit more and potentially move away off the kind of same style as Boosted. But I surely say this is a really good, solid daily commuter, lightweight, and is a joy to ride. Now if there's any other small mini boards you think we should review on the channel, please put a comment in the description below and we'll get those featured for you guys. Anyway, that is everything for today. You guys stay safe, stay shredded in, I'll see you on the next one. Peace!